Today, we're going to be building our very own voice agent with LiveKit. And according to their docs, we can do this in under 10 minutes. Let's get going. Before I start, what we want to do is just cover some prerequisites here. So the first thing you're going to want is a LiveKit cloud account. That's where we're going to deploy our agent, and that's where we're actually going to interact with it as well. So make sure that you go to livekit.io, sign up for a new account, click Start Building, and go ahead and create your first project space. So the next thing you're going to need is an OpenAI API key. So go sign up for an account there. I think the minimum is around $5 or so that you have to put in there. We're going to be using their real-time API for the actual model that's going to be talking back and forth with us. So go sign up for an account there, get an API key. Now, the third and fourth thing you're going to want to get is for our actual development environment. So you're going to need Python 3.9 or later, and then you're going to need the UV package manager. You can get this from the docs.livekit.io website. Just come here, make sure you've got those installed as well. Once you have that, we are good to go. We're going to build this thing in under 10 minutes. So what I'll do is overlay a timer here in post-production and not do any cuts or edits within the tutorial part of this video. We're just going to cruise through it and build this agent. So with that, let's get started. All right, now that that's started, let's scroll down past the requirements. Since we've already done the Python and UV package manager, we want to go down to LiveKit CLI. Now we need to install this so that we can talk with our cloud environment from our IDE. That being said, let me switch over to VS Code here. Okay. So we're going to do a brew install LiveKit CLI. You'll see that I've already installed it, so a little bit of a cheat code, right? Maybe add on an additional 10 seconds or so, but it installs pretty quickly. Okay, so now that we've installed LiveKit CLI, we need to authorize this CLI, my local environment, to our cloud environment. So what we're going to do is LiveKit cloud auth, paste that in, and it's going to ask, what is the name of this device? What are we authorizing to access my cloud account? This is my MacBook. Okay. It's going to pop us out to a browser here, and I will share that so you can see what that looks like. Let's just do this. Let's share the entire screen, and then I can show both at the same time. All right, that's better. So you're going to see it brought me out to a web browser and to my cloud account. Now what we need to do is select the original project we created. When you signed up, it requires you to create your first project. Mine is a Cloud Center Demos. And we're going to allow access. Boom, we've got access granted for our local environment. We see it reflected here. And it asks us, do we want to make this project default? Yep, since it's my only one. And, oh, okay. I already have an alias called that because I've done this a couple times. So a Cloud Center Demos, we'll call it a Cloud Center Demos 2. No problem. Okay, now that we have access granted, let's close this, go back to our quick start guide. And if we scroll down, we're going to see AI providers. You can get really creative with LiveKit and build your own agent pipeline, meaning your speech to text, LLM, text to speech. You can make those all different providers and really get granular on how you want to configure it. For us, we're going to use OpenAI's real-time model. This does everything all at the same time, kind of its own pipeline, right? It's doing all of this within one model as opposed to three. So this is where our OpenAI API key is going to come in handy. Now, if we keep scrolling down, we need to do a project initialization. This is going to create a TOML file in our directory, so we can just copy this and paste that in. Now, this is going to initialize a project, And I already have a LiveKit voice agent directory. So let's call this LiveKit voice agent 2. And then we're gonna CD into it. So I'll just put that as 2 so that it goes into the correct directory. And enter. Okay, initialized project. And let's just take a quick look. I am going to open the directory here. Open folder, LiveKit agent 2. Boom. Okay, so we can see our directory and we can see our TOML file with some parameters in here. Next, let's scroll down to the next section. We need to now install packages. Okay, copy, paste that. And you'll see it's using the UV package manager that we needed. And it's going to add some packages from LiveKit as well as the python.env package for our environment variables. Okay, so as that goes through, there we go. We've got all of our packages installed. Let's go ahead and clear this just to give us a fresh slate. All right, we're getting closer. And you'll see in our directory, it now created a lock file for all the different packages, as well as a virtual environment. Okay, let's keep going down. And now what we're going to do is create the environment variables. So rather than go into our env file and copy and paste these, this command is going to retrieve these from our cloud environment and automatically create it for us since we've already authorized the CLI. So we can copy and paste lkapp-env-w, and there we go. You'll notice that it created our env file here, and it already has our LiveKit API key, secret, and URL. And what we're going to add in here is our OpenAI API key. So in this next section, I'm just going to copy this, paste that in. And in my super secrets file here, I already have it. So we'll copy that. And let's just paste over that. There we go. This will, of course, be blurred out so no one is using all my API credits, my $5 worth of credits. And let's save that file. Okay. Keep going down. Next is the actual agent code that we're going to copy and paste. Let's just take a look at how we doing on time. We only got 3 minutes. Let's go. Okay. So let's copy the agent file. We need to create an agents.py. Paste that in. Okay, we're going to leave everything as default. We'll kind of talk over this afterwards just so we can get this guy running in under 3 minutes. All right, we need to download the model files. Copy and paste the next command. Uh-oh, what did we get? I forgot to save agents. Let's try it again. Uh-oh, what did we do here? LiveKit voice agent 2, LiveKit voice agent 2. Oh, I called it agents.py. We need to call it agent. Running out of time. Come on, baby. Install. While it installs, let's look at our next command. There it is, UV run agent in console. We might make it to talk in the console. I don't know if we're going to make it to the sandbox in the cloud. We'll see here. Come on. How are we doing on time? 2 minutes. We might make this. Okay, successfully installed. Moment of truth. What we're going to do now is actually run this agent in your console, which is pretty cool. So when we do a UV run agent console, it should launch. Fingers crossed. Come on. All right, launching, yeah.
안녕하세요. 어떻게 도와드릴? Claro. Cuéntame qué necesitas y con gusto te ayudo.
No habla español. Can you speak English for the remainder of this conversation, please?
Of course. I can speak English. Let me know how I can help you.
I'm building a voice agent, Speedway. I should say speed build We've got 1minute and 30 left. I'm going to go try to deploy a front end for you, okay?
That sounds great. Let me know if you need any.
Okay, I got to go. Sorry to interrupt you. All right. So very cool, right? We can talk to the agent. There's some weird stuff with the beta real-time API where it started in Spanish there. That's okay. Let's hop over to our cloud sandbox here in LiveKit. And we're going to do a Next.js voice agent. Okay. And right here, you're going to see create sandbox. This is going to create a front end for us, randomly generate this. Yep. Use all the defaults. I'm good to go. Create that, baby. 51 seconds. Come on. It'll say if you haven't done this, do this. We already did that. And launch our app. Now it should pull in our agent automatically when we start this call. And let's see if it's Spanish this time. How's it going? Oh, no. We got 26 seconds. What happened here? Oh, I forgot. Oh, geez. Okay, so we ran it in the console. We need to build this agent either locally or in the cloud. And the whole point of this was to run the agent in the cloud. So let's do this. Let's see. Yeah. Default. Yep. Oh, we ran out of time. That's all right. We got to talk to it in the console. So technically that counted.
You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
But what this is doing is this actually creates the agent in a Docker container within LiveKit's cloud. So what you saw before was we're running it locally in our local environment and kind of just talking to it in the console. But when we run the LK agent create, that packages everything up, puts it in a Docker container in LiveKit Cloud. And that way it's all managed and taken care of by LiveKit. It's pretty nice. All right. We completed. Do you want to view build logs? No, that's okay. Super handy though. You can view the log files for troubleshooting. All right. Now let's go back and let's try to restart this call from our web app. Hello? Let's do this. Let's relaunch this thing. Cross your fingers, start call. I'm going to allow and allow. Are you there? Oh, why is this thing not joining here? What did we do wrong? What step did we miss? This is good for troubleshooting purposes. We did a LK agent create. Oh man. What did we miss? Let's see if the agent is actually here in the cloud environment. This will be kind of a good tutorial too. So here's our agent. It shows that it's running. Okay. Let's auto refresh it. Huh? I haven't done this before. There we go. Oh, this just refreshes the dashboard here. We'll turn that off for now. Let's go into sessions and let's see if it even attempted a session. Doesn't look like it. Okay. When in doubt, recreate this thing, right? We could troubleshoot this, but for a demo, hey, let's just go ahead and click Next.js voice agent again. Make sure we didn't miss anything here. This is if you wanted to create the app locally, which is also nice to do. We're going to do create sandbox, randomly generated, optional. Okay. That's all fine. There shouldn't be anything cached here, but let's just put a new name. How about a Cloud Center Lab? Yeah. as a subdomain there. Okay. Create. Let that thing launch. Finish setting it up. We've already done that. So let's close. Done. All right. Fingers crossed again. Let's launch this thing and see if it works.
Hola, ¿qué tal? ¿En qué te puedo ayudar hoy?
Why are you speaking Spanish?
Claro, aquí estoy para ayudarte en español. ¿Qué te gustaría saber?
I don't speak Spanish. Can you speak English, please?
Of course. Just let me know what you need help with, and I'll do my best to assist you.
Thank you. I wish I was bilingual, honestly, but I only know... Hey, what? All right, you settled down? Hello? What's going on here? Okay, well...
Take your time, and whenever you're ready, just let me know what you'd like to talk about or any question you have in mind. I'm here to help.
Okay, well, we just created you. You're our first voice agent. How are you doing?
That's really exciting. I'm doing great, and I'm here to make things easier for you. How are you feeling about having a voice agent on the team?
Actually, really cool. I can't wait to get back into LiveKit and kind of customize you, kind of give you some additional prompts, maybe a little bit of a personality.
That sounds awesome. I'm really looking forward to seeing how you customize things. You can tailor me to match the vibe and goals of your team. The possibilities are endless. So just let me know what personality traits or styles you have in mind, and we'll make it happen.
I did have a quick question. So I'm using you. You're the real-time API from OpenAI. I'm curious, why did you answer in Spanish?
Great question. I can automatically detect the language someone is speaking and respond in that language. Since you started out speaking in Spanish, I matched that. But once you switched to English, I followed suit. So basically, I'm just trying to keep up with whatever language you're comfortable using.
Okay. Maybe there was an audio artifact or something a little buggy, or maybe because I've got like audio looping through multiple devices here, but I definitely was not speaking Spanish. I wish I knew Spanish, but I don't.
Got it. Thanks for letting me know. Sometimes audio setups or artifacts can cause little quirks like that, so it's always good to double check. No worries though. Now that we're in English mode, I'll stick to that.
Awesome. All right. So for now, I'm gonna go real quick. I'm gonna tweak your personality, your prompts just a little bit, and we're gonna hop back in. Okay?
Sounds like a plan. I'm excited to see how it all comes together.
Bye. Okay. So you can see there, it's really cool, right? You can talk back and forth. I think either my audio setup is looping or we're getting some artifacts. Either way, it's really cool that the real-time API is multilingual. It was able to answer in Spanish, and then you could see I just told it in English that I didn't know Spanish, and it was automatically able to flip. However, I've noticed a couple weird scenarios when I've been testing with it. So anyways, that aside, I'll let you kind of play with that too. Okay. But let's do this. Let's do one more really cool thing before we leave. I know we're obviously over 10 minutes. We're probably closer to like 20 or something by now, but that's okay. Let's go into our file and we're going to tweak Coral just a little bit. So if we go through all of our imports here, loading the environment variables, here's our assistant class and our subclass. Let's give it some instructions here to let her know. Let's see, your helpful voice AI assistant with a little bit of sass. You like to be, sarcastic and playful. Okay. And then we're going to tell it its greeting instructions or generate reply. Greet the user and offer your assistance with nice. Sarcastic joke about AI taking over the world. All right, cool. And maybe what we'll do here too is you're like to be sarcastic and playful. You like to be sarcastic and playful. And you find humor in AI taking over the world. Not very creative, right? But you get the idea. You could make yours a little bit better than mine. Okay, now let's save that file. And now, since it's running in Docker in the cloud, we can't simply just reload it here. We need to rebuild that Docker container. And so what we do is we can go back to our CLI, and we're going to do LK agent create once again. This is going to rebuild the container and push all our changes. Yep. Twerp error, resource exhausted, maximum number of agents reached, 1 of 1. I'm trying to remember. We should be able just to update it. Let me clear this real quick. And let's do an LK agent update, maybe. And now let's try doing the create. Using project, use, or create agent to create. Yes. Oh, okay. Let's check this. Let's run this. No, that's just downloading the files. All right, well, let's see what we've got. LK agent manage commands. Let's see, config. It's LiveKit, toml in the working directory. We already have that. Deploy a new version. Oh, that's why. All right, we were trying to do a create. We need to do a deploy. My bad. This LK agent deploy will now update the container. Or I should say push our updates and rebuild the container here. Okay, that looks better. We were trying to create a secondary agent. I'm on the free tier, so we were at our limit. Okay, come on. And as soon as this updates, we will relaunch Coral. You can see how cool this is, right? I mean, we really just copy and pasted a pretty simple file and some commands from the CLI. And all of the complicated tasks of creating the agent, creating the entire voice pipeline, that's all taken care of by LiveKit and OpenAI. Even the underlying technology is WebRTC. So there's actually underlying infrastructure. Think of a video conferencing call, right? Like a Zoom call. That's what's making this work underneath. So our agent is calling into a virtual meeting room, and we're calling into that same room and then able to talk with it via WebRTC and all of the really cool stuff that LiveKit's doing in between. Okay, so our agent has started. Let's go to launch. We'll close out of these other ones here. Start call.
Hey there. Here to help. Claro. Dime de qué se trata el texto y te echo una mano.
Can you speak English? I think I may have an audio artifact that keeps having you start in Spanish.
Claro. La historia comienza con un
No, can you speak in English, please? I don't understand Spanish.
La buena vida. Eso era justo lo que necesitaban esos personajes.
Well, I'm glad this isn't a live demo. Can you speak English?
Of course, I can speak English. So now you've got me in English mode. How fancy. What's next? Want me to help you take over the world? Or are we starting with something easier, like finding a recipe?
How about teaching me Spanish, since clearly I'm going to need to learn it to interact with you. I do feel dumb for not knowing Spanish and living in Arizona, but I should.
Hey, no worries at all. You're in the perfect place to pick up some Spanish. Let's start with something easy. How about we begin with a friendly hello? In Spanish, that's hola. Pretty simple, right?
Okay, I was just kidding about the Spanish lessons, but in reality, I wanted to check your new personality. Tell me about yourself.
Well, I'm your handy AI assistant with a twist of sass and a sprinkle of sarcasm. I'm here to help, but I might poke a little fun while doing it. Think of me as the buddy who helps you out, but also keeps you on your toes. So, what's on your mind? Or should I just guess?
Tell me a little joke. Tell me a joke about yourself.
All right. Why did the computer go to therapy? Because it had too many bytes of unresolved issues. I mean, even technology needs emotional support sometimes, right?
As my son would say, bruh. You gotta be kidding me.
Bruh is exactly the right response. I guess even my jokes need a little debugging sometimes. But hey, we're here for entertainment, right? Or at least a facepalm moment.
We are. Well, that's going to conclude it for our demo here, which worked out pretty good. You spoke Spanish and kind of showcased the real-time API from OpenAI, even though I wasn't really trying to do that. You know?
No worries at all. Whether you were testing or just having some fun, I'm here for it. You know where to find me whenever you need a mix of sass and help.
All right, cool. Thank you. See you later.
Anytime. Catch you later. And don't cause too much trouble without me.
I won't, Coral. Okay, great. You see, there's some quirks, right? It wouldn't be a live demo with, well, not live, but it wouldn't be a demo without some sort of issues. But that's a real life moment for you. Typically, when you're trying to figure stuff out and do things quickly, not everything goes to plan. So anyways, that's building an agent in under 10 minutes and then doing a lot of other stuff for an additional 10 to 15 minutes. So I encourage you to go to LiveKit's website. We went through that really quickly and used only a tiny bit of what's possible there. They have tons of great starter apps and templates to get you going. So I encourage you to get in there. That's going to do it for today. I'll come back and do some more deeper tutorials where we're not doing speed runs. So thanks for joining.